one shot, so I'm going hard. Everything I got, I'm gonna give it all, cause I can never lose. I can never lose. I can never lose.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Splaash, and we back with another one, man. Before we get into it, you already know I'm gonna need you to like, share, and subscribe, and leave all your feedback and everything down below in the comment section. I would gladly appreciate that. I wanted to make a quick video about, NBA 2K15 and my trip, down memory lane with this game, NBA 2K15, that is. Because, with NBA 2K20 less than a week away, that's exciting, salute to that. But, exactly, with that being less than a week away, we're getting, again, a lot of the news, and people are making bold statements saying things such as, this is going to be the greatest 2K we've ever played. This has the highest potential to be the best 2K of all time. And, hey, who knows? We'll see, when we play the game. But, again, it's just making me, reminisce and go back to the 2K that I've still to this day think was the best 2K that I've ever played. It was the most fun for me. And I just want to talk to y'all about that a little bit because NBA 2K20 seems like they're just gonna implement a lot of things that we've seen from the old games. Like I mentioned in my NBA 2K17 video, I feel like they're gonna take a little bit from that. And then looking at my clips in 15, I see that they're gonna take some from that too. So again, I was just thinking about like what made that game fun to me was just, again, I think that's where everything was first introduced, if I'm not mistaken. So when we talk about NBA 2K18 and 19, one thing we wanted back was park affiliations and different parks. And obviously they weren't able to make that happen. It is what it is, but that was just something that 2K and everybody a part of the 2K community really loved and enjoyed. So when you look at that 15, we had the park affiliations and all of that. We were begging back to have the Jordan Rec Center back, and they brought it back. But even when you look back at 15, you had the walk in, a walk in Jordan Rec where you could just walk in, hop on the dots, and just watch the whole game and wait for it to be over. Then year 5 will go on. I just felt like 15 was just it for me, man, because they had all of that, what made it feel like a real basketball game. And 2K, they say that they want to go back to real simulation basketball and all of that, and I just feel like they took steps away from that, with moving forward with the newer games. But with NBA 2K20, I mean, we're hearing that we're getting all that freedom and stuff back, that we had in 15. And like I said, ultimately, I feel like that's why, to me, that was my favorite 2K, because that's where everything was first introduced. I believe we saw mascots. We all were grinding for the mascots in NBA 2K15, where you could take your shirt off in NBA 2K15 as a rep reward. So again, and then you earned everything out in the park. You grinded in my career for your badges and everything, and you had to go out to the park to earn it. You had to win games, you had to streak. All of that stuff mattered, and that was things that they took away as we were moving forward. So NBA 2K20, it sounds like they're going a lot back to a lot of the stuff that we missed. And I think that's possibly why everybody believes that it's going to be, the greatest 2K and all of things like that, because it's starting to sound like, okay, we're getting a little bit of what we missed, but a lot more. And they tweaked it, and they really, worked on their fixes and certain things like that. Because, again, with the upgrades to take away the control of the way we want to build our player, that was just a big turnoff for me and a lot of other players that I know in the 2K community. But again, they're giving us that freedom back where we get to make our player how we want. So again, 2K, they're working, taking steps in the right direction. So I understand the hype and all of that, but who knows, man? We ain't gonna know until we play the game. But for me personally, it sounded real good. I'm not gonna lie, it sounded real good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, NBA 2K15 was just fun though, man. With the squad, we used to have personals. You know, we used to just, all of that mattered. We had people from different affiliations on your friends list, so you telling them to pull up, and you pulling up, and y'all having a 7-game series right on the park, man. I just mean, that was ill. You know what I'm saying? You had Rivet, you had Flyers, you had Sunset, man, and whoever won got the new park and all of that. I thought that was so tough, man. And 2K15, my favorite 2K, the Flyers won it. Flyers got the new park, although we ended up hating it because it was something dark and it was trash. But again, man, 2K15, that's when I was on my Agent Splaash, and then, you know, I was Glory Splaash. We had the Glory Gang, and now we Hulk Splaash, baby. And I think this is what we gonna stick with, man. This is definitely what we gonna stick with, I should say. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Like, share, subscribe.
I can never lose, I can never lose, no. So if you want it, then you gon' have it. If you believe it, then it's gon' happen.